Welcome to Melanated Conversations, our narrative from our perspective.
Here on the podcast, we are amplifying the voices of Black women and sharing their powerful stories of transformation.
I'm Tyrian.
And I'm Yana. Let's start the show.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Melanated Conversations. I am your co-host, Tyrian.
And I'm your co-host, Yana.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
Yeah.
Ladies,
we're good.
y'all
I'm about to say, I said we good, like I was speaking for the people.
Right. You can speak for the people. You are the people. You are part of the people. You speak for the people.
It's true.
Everybody making it. We making it. We here.
One day at a time.
I'm telling you. I am telling
One
you.
toe out the door.
One toe out the door. Listen, I'm just happy to see the sun today and got breath in my lungs. That's it at this point. Because baby, somebody said the other day, they were like, 2021 is everybody was excited to leave 2020 behind, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like thank God, like good riddance. We don't want to talk about you. We don't want to remember you. Like 2021. And it's crazy. Somebody was like, 2021 is a new year, but we are still in the same season. And that's
that makes it, I don't want to say more palatable, but it's true.
Yeah.
It's still like a continuation, but it's a new year.
Absolutely. Same new year, same
evolution of the same type of space that we were in last year.
Absolutely.
So this episode, y'all, we are wrapping up the season
5.
Yeah, it's like this kind of came quick.
It did.
In a way, it seemed quick. In a way, it was like, man, this has been a season. Not saying just a season for the show, but just getting and prepared for this season for our 5th season and all the like transitions and stuff and getting newly acquainted with all the different changes, personal wise, because there's been so much this
I was gonna say that's been a huge part of, I think, the whole transition for us in this season and within this season of the show. Is a lot of personal things have transpired that have, I don't want to say affected the show per se, but it did have some lingering effects. Yeah. Definitely. It's crazy because it's like we were able to obviously keep the show running, and thankful that we're able to do that considering everything that was happening. And also we were able to do that because of how we do our recordings and stuff like that.
Yeah, planning and organization is key.
Yes, indeed.
If we didn't like pre-think our strategy going into this season like we did, I'm so thankful that we was like, let's just go ahead and while we have this kind of like down period before things get going, let's try to like tackle this, front load as much as possible, so that on the back end, if we need to like loosen up, we have that room.
Buffer.
Or did we realize
Jesus is like, you gonna need this buffer. You need a couple. You needed a couple of buffers.
I had to loosen that belt notch a few.
Man, I'm telling you.
But now, you guys, I always say this, but I really do. I am so thankful that y'all always continue to, check in on us and continue to, stay connected with us through the show. Appreciate you guys. Of course, if you're not new to this, and for those who are new,
hey, welcome.
Welcome. We always like to do like a little kind of mini recap or just thank yous to our guests of the past season. And also just kind of, we've been given, actually we gave quite a few updates this season that we weren't able to do last season. So I'm glad we were able to do that.
Yeah.
But we'll also just kind of close the loop on some things that we probably shared, or just, what the year has looked like for us so far as we are now on the backside of 2021.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. So like Yana said, we just want to thank all of our guests, all the wonderful women that we've had on this season. Kalish Nesbitt, the
Yeah.
mother, the queen of systems.
You know, I love me a good system.
We know you love a good system. And it was so much fun, like having that conversation with her. I think on the show and even kind of off. We had some little off time too, just to like, you know what I mean? While we were off the mic and we got to really talk to her and get to know her. And so she's just a really sweet, cool woman, and she's doing big things out there. Sable in Brooklyn.
Yes. Oh my God. Ooh. Even so, that whole conversation when we talked to them at the time was so enlightening, so powerful.
It was refreshing.
Mm-hmm. I listened to it again when it aired. It was just so many gems. And now that I'm going to another phase, there's so much relative that I didn't realize that I didn't know I needed, but I
that picture getting clear.
So yes, Sable in Brooklyn. Thank you, ladies. Yes, you guys, they are doing some great things. And they actually have a podcast. Is it Equitable Outcomes?
I think
or is
Equitable Outcomes, or was it Ordinary Brilliance?
Ordinary Brilliance.
Ordinary Brilliance.
Equitable Outcomes is their organization. So
yes.
Definitely tie with them there. But yes, Ordinary Brilliance. They're having more of those conversations and talking deeper. So you hear more from the standpoint from, the educators and supporting, but also tying this whole philosophy of making education more equitable.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Exactly. Specifically for Black and Brown kids. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Dianne Plummer.
Yes. Oh, man. When we say Black women are magical.
Man, I'm telling you. Sis out here, she is doing it all. I was like, how are you going to be like a makeup mogul and
beauty line? It ain't even makeup no more. She doing like,
well, yeah, skin. She's doing everything, right?
Yes.
And a whole scientist and professor,
engineer.
Like,
all of it, professor. Like you said, all of it.
All of it. Your True Shade and just the things that she's doing for Black women in that capacity, obviously setting the tone for Black women in STEM. And yeah, like that was a really cool conversation to have. So humble, but always wanting to like push forward, keep pushing the boundaries, keep pushing the line, and opening doors for other Black women into her field. So that was an amazing conversation. And yeah, that was really cool. We also had Lady Trenette.
Yes, Lady Trenette.
Man,
every time I think about our conversation, I always think about man, and I got a lot of work to do.
You be like, I got this etiquette thing down. It's like, no, I really don't.
But even more so, she's more than just etiquette. Like she has this full. I mean, she's a whole author. Like,
I was gonna say, and I think in that, it's like you said, it's not just etiquette, but she's really educating and informing us of our rightful place within the realm of excellence. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Like that's really that's a gift. That's a whole gift that she has given us, and being able to peek into, which like we've always known, but a lot of times we forget, and we're like, man, we have been doing great things since the beginning of time, Black people, right? And have been setting the tone for many things since the beginning of time. She paints a beautiful picture and a reminder for us to know that we come from greatness and to put that on full display. I love that.
Yes, her whole story. No, you're good. You're good. I was just saying her whole story was powerful. Yeah, and yeah, she spit a lot of like she had you like sitting up in your chair. Just
did she though?
not even just from, posture was there too, but just like, it's just regalness oozed out of that episode and our conversation. And the fact that she was the first and only, if I remember.
Yeah. Black woman that has her
a
own
whole training certification
yes.
in the realm of etiquette. So
yes.
if you wanting to be an etiquette leader or, incorporate that into any of your practices, like maybe a Girl Scout troop leader, or maybe for organization you want to create, you want to bring that into your corporate organization. She actually is, her whole organization.
Yes. Will certify you.
Yes.
Get you right so that you can
and get your leaders certified so they can teach. Like,
that's right. Yeah, which we always talk about, we love a queen that gives back. And so it's not just, it's not just about her having this organization and like, let me, train you in etiquette, but no, let me make this accessible to other women in the realm of, the word is passing me by, but it's right in front of my face. But just within that, that genre of hospitality and things of that nature. And because a lot of times we don't see that, we as Black women don't see, you don't think about, you know what I mean? Seeing Black women as the face of hospitality and etiquette and all those things. And so being able to make that accessible to other Black women. Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Love it.
And I just remember,
yeah,
her organization is the National Association of Urban Etiquette Professionals. So definitely look it up.
Look it up. I'm
Come
sure
on, Royal Black and Elite.
Yes, I'm pretty sure that's her book, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure we have links on our web page.
Absolutely.
So there, you can definitely go to melanatedconversations.com and just look up Lady Trenette. That episode, I don't remember what number it was, but
80.
80, episode 80, boom. And you should be able to have direct access to all of her information and get connected with her. We had Miss Victoria Timpo on the show.
Kendrick Creative Collection.
Yes.
Collective. Her Kendrick. It's a tongue twist. I can't get it out. Kendrick Creative Collective.
Yes.
So, sis, we still, taking you up on that trip to Ghana.
Absolutely.
So she is our Ghanaian sister.
Yes.
Who is an artiste. She, she's very creative, a trained artist, and has available art for you guys to purchase.
Yes. Support Black business.
So support Black business, Black artists. Yes. But not only that, she created this space for other artists to share and, their creative elements, but take it to another level.
Being able to kind of collaborate.
And they it started out, I think, as like a little dinner retreat at first. And then it exploded to now she hosts international retreats back to her native country in Ghana. With this like kind of cohort of creatives, and she basically shares the country with them, like all the different elements of Ghana. They get immersed into different activities. I think she mentioned like they were going into a village where I guess they manufacture, like, I don't know if it's the Black soap or shea butter, and you get to make your own. You get to make your own kind of process.
Yeah.
I was just like, and then of course y'all know I love me some good food. Partaking in all like the different cuisines that are native to the country and have private chef. Like she does like this whole, like she goes out for this whole retreat, and I think she does it like twice a year. I know she has another one getting ready to come up towards the end of the year. If it had not been for this transition, me and Terry probably been uncopped the flight.
Telling you.
And
telling you.
But we definitely will. Like I got that on I already making plans for my vision board. Like that's on there.
That's happening.
Like, we've already talked about this maybe in previous seasons anyway, that we want to go to Ghana. And so the fact that we now have a direct connection.
I'm telling you. God knows what's up. We are coming. We are coming to see you. We are coming to visit. Yeah, no, that was a really, really great conversation, and kind of backtracking to what you were saying. I love the how she shared kind of her initial need to connect with other Black creatives, and was like, okay, I don't see, there's not really an avenue for this, so let me just have a dinner and invite some people over, and it blossomed from there. That whole see a need, feel a need type of thing, and being able to fill a space or a void when you don't see, you feel like you don't have access to something, and you making that possible. And then just the kind of return on investment you get back from that, not in from a financial standpoint per se, but just in being fulfilled, and then that rubbing off on other people, I think is a beautiful thing. So that was just a really cool conversation, and thoroughly enjoyed that one.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And last but certainly not least, you guys.
Definitely not least. Woo.
But our sister, our cousin, as we have, we are legit. Well, could no ancestry tell us that we not related? Cause
come on,
she feels so much like home, like family. Yes. It's so crazy because we talked about how she reminds us of one particular aunt of ours, and Adrianne. Let me just her name.
I was like
Andrianne Lind. Oh my gosh, Adrianne. She's actually showed up twice this season. So we had, her episode where it kind of give you an introduction of her and, her experience being in Europe. I think she's in Switzerland.
Yeah.
She's originally from a DC native.
Yep.
And she's spent the past over 15 plus years in Europe, and she was on, she's done her resume is long. Served on a Democratic National Committee. Convention. Was it convention?
Convention. Yep. Worked with Democrats abroad, making sure that dual, I wouldn't call them people with dual citizenship, but Americans living abroad are able to
stay connected.
With the political environment back home, and voting and all that stuff.
She's been on multiple boards, and she served. She if she don't serve another day, she has served well.
Sister, served. You've been served.
But also she does kind of like, I feel like the adjacent version of Melanated Conversations, like as far as amplifying Black women voices.
Yeah.
In Europe, she has the Black Women in Europe group where she highlights, just all the, amazing women, Black women in Europe and things that they're doing, and she gives, shines a light on them. And she held like an annual Black Women in Europe Power List that again features and gives special recognition to these Black women who set the blueprint for others. So yes, that episode, was our kind of introduction into kind of our guests for the season. But we also talked to her again in our group chat. We threw in a group chat. We're able to get a group chat in. We love our group chats because we can just talk on a topic, and we talked.
Man, got real raw, emotional.
Yes,
feelings.
Therapeutic. We didn't realize that was a conversation that we all needed.
Absolutely.
If you hadn't catched that episode, it's the episode before this one, where we talked about grief. And just processing grief. We went through the full kind of what the 5 stages of grief looks like, and kind of identify like where we were or where we are and how we kind of navigated through. And we talked to, about our own personal experiences kind of currently and previous that we lived through as it relates to grief. But one key point about that, and I ain't gonna take all the time, Terry. I know you want to talk on this too, but one point that I remember from that conversation came from you. That when you said that a lot of us, we are all grieving collectively as a world, because we're grieving the life pre-COVID.
Yeah.
Like life as we knew it has changed and shifted differently. And that's still a lot to process. We're technically going through the grieving process of trying to process 2020 and 2021.
Yeah. No, yeah. I did say that.
See?
I was like, girl, what I say it.
I remember that. I was like, you know what?
No, you are absolutely right. And you know what's funny too? Thinking about that and you kind of reiterating that statement, I was just sitting here thinking, I know we are coming up on the 20th anniversary. By the time this airs, we would have just passed the 20th anniversary of 9/11. And that's not to overshadow Yana's wedding anniversary, because it's Yana's wedding anniversary. So happy anniversary,
Well,
Yana and her husband.
Which that's a whole story of how our anniversary fell on September 11th, because I get that all the time. Y'all chose September 11th.
It's to overshadow that dark day, okay?
but no, also, we didn't necessarily choose that date. The date chose us.
The date chose them. But what I wanted to say, I just didn't want to gloss over that being a special date for you and your husband.
No, I appreciate that.
Yeah. But knowing that we just passed that 20-year mark, which seemed like it's gone by extremely fast, and just how the world was changed by that particular event, and how we did life and how we travel and all those things, right? And we are still feeling the effects literally to this day of that one event. And so, and unfortunately, people are still, lives are still being lost. People are still being affected from that day. But we've learned how to cope, right? There have been things that have been put into place to allow us to be able to travel safely, although extremely different, but you know what I mean? So there have been parameters and things put in place. I just think about the same thing, 20 years from now, like what is life going to look like PC post-COVID, if you want to say COVID. But you know what I mean? Like how much different will it look? And I mean, we're still in the thick of it right now, and we're grieving that life that we had before. But how do we come out of that? How are we gonna? Not even, I won't say come out of it, but how will we cope? How will we transition?
How will we go through the phases?
Yeah. How will we go through the phases? Yes. How will we go through the phases? And not only as a global or geopolitical type of space, but even here, because that's a whole nother conversation. But just what is life going to look like?
Yes.
Yeah, and how are we going? And are we processing it the right way? You know what I'm saying? Like,
it makes sense. I get exactly what you're saying. It just made me think back to. Tying back to Steve and Blue's Clues on the show 20 years later. We didn't realize as kids that we done went through a whole grieving process. We had some abandonment issues.
People are getting woken up and they're like, did not even realize that my trust issues stem from Steve getting on that bus and leaving. You just left us with somebody else. We don't know Josh or whatever his name was. We don't know him.
Josh and Joe, I don't know.
Joe, Josh, whoever they were. We don't know them. You just left us here. You just said, here's my brother. And you packed your little stuff up and stepped out.
Somebody said his bag was already packed. He came to the show with his bag packed. He knew he was leaving. He didn't give us no lead up to the episode to transition to goodbye.
Nothing. Hey guys, in 2 weeks.
We had 30 minutes to let go.
That's it. That's it. Poor Blue. How did she what was she supposed to? Where was she? Have Blue and Steve reconciled? Because I know Blue felt some type of way. Your owner just up and leave.
And left you with the brother.
The brother. Not your owner, but your best friend. Your best friend just up and leave. Y'all been solving clues. Y'all communicating. She leaving paw prints telling you all. She putting her heart on the line, and you just going up and leave.
They ain't talking about some, yeah, I can see it. You know, life has changed. We got student loans. Like, yeah, we got
We
student
do,
loans.
Steve.
Because
We
we
got
heard you
student
went to
loans.
college and we thought we would go to college too. Now we
Exactly.
are because of you, we got student loans.
It's Steve.
We could have just been sitting in our thinking chair and figuring our clues together.
Man, waiting for the mail. But instead, yeah, we waiting for the mail. And every time we open the mail, I'm not looking for it. I don't be looking forward to mail time.
No, look forward to mail. We don't like mail no more.
We don't like the mail. It always fails. It makes me want to go and wail.
And yell. Not another mail.
I don't know how we got on Steve, but dang it, Steve. But thank you for at least coming back and saying something. We appreciate that. We appreciate that. Shout out to all the people who are having some PTSD from Steve leaving and showing back up.
Showing back up, popping up in our lives.
Popping back up.
But we are serious, you know. We wouldn't be opposed to a grown-up Blues Clues. I don't know because there's, especially through COVID right now, we clueless of what to do next.
Right. What are we supposed to be doing?
Can we get a clue?
Please. I have not seen no paw prints nowhere. I don't have a handy dandy notebook. Okay. I was texting, me and Yana were texting the other day, and I was like, I said, because I know I was seeing just like on social media, a lot of people were saying like they could resonate with Steve's message, but they were older. So they weren't connoisseurs of Blues Clues.
Hey, age was not respected to Blues Clues because I was in the 4th grade when he said 20, I could roll back
25. 25
yeah,
years.
20 roll back 25 years. I said I was in the 4th grade.
Exactly. I said, John, I said I was big 6th grade energy watching Blues Clues.
We was watching it with our little cousins, but hey, we were watching it too.
But I was in that thing.
But I was in it too.
Man, we just got a letter. Hey, just all of it. I know all the stuff. But I was like, I didn't realize I was that old watching that show. But I thoroughly enjoyed it.
We did.
Appreciated that season of life. And like you say, Yana, I would not be opposed to having like a reboot of Blues Clues. But Steve's got to be on the show. I know shade to Josh and Joe.
Sorry to the men.
Sorry to the men. But we want Steve. Just saying. They could have put Steve still wearing the same striped polo. He was still in the same polo. We couldn't like 2021.
Upgrade him a little bit.
Just a little bit. He didn't went to college.
He can wear.
He got a job. He said he got student loans. Like, maybe that's why, because he got student loans. So
maybe.
Anyway, yeah, we just talked a whole big circle, and I don't even know. But it's
I'm here for it. If y'all roll with us, y'all know this ain't nothing new. We true to this.
We are true to this. We are not new to this.
But no, just tying it up in a bow. This has been a great season, a phenomenal season. It has been probably our most, I don't want to say difficult seasons, but it's definitely been one of, I guess it's just been one of just a lot of change for us. And it takes, of course, anybody that's a podcaster knows the energy and the work behind the scenes that it takes. And again, we can't thank our podcast management team enough for doing the back end work because we definitely. No, go ahead.
Nope, because I was going to have triggering myself. I'm not even going to say it.
Just know that this season probably wouldn't have gotten out to you if you didn't have our podcast management team. We would have had the stuff recorded, but taking our time doing all the back end stuff, that requires a lot of time and energy. And we give super thanks and kudos to our team that does this for us every week.
Yes, as the Jackson 5 said, we
thank you.
Because we really do.
Yes, we do. We
really,
do.
really do.
Bethany, Sharon Line, the whole team. Thank y'all.
Yeah, absolutely. I was thinking too, like you said, this season, it's crazy because it's like it's been difficult, but it hasn't been difficult. But I think the one thing I think for the both of us, if I can speak for the both of us,
yeah,
that we've taken away, like you said, we tend to be a pretty well-oiled machine. And if we're being honest, some things have slipped through our palms. Some things have slipped through our hands. But I think instead of beating ourselves up over that, we've just been able to like still keep the show going and keep it moving. And that doesn't take away from the quality and the type of show and the type of work that we do, and making sure that we're amplifying the voices and stories of Black women.
Absolutely. I was just thinking every season we have a goal for how we, what we expect from ourselves and how we want to grow the show and things of that nature.
Yeah.
And, last season, our big goal was that we wanted to like take that back in the podcast management side off our hands and just maybe should just really just focus on the content and really just focus on the interview and the recording process. And thankfully we were successful in achieving that goal. I think this goal for season 5, we just wanted to make sure we were consistent in making sure that we successfully put out another season. No pressure in kind of what that looked like from listens or anything, but for our own benefit, that we were still amplifying Black voices.
Absolutely. Beautiful. Yeah. No,
I would say we successfully succeeded at that.
So it was a successful season 5.
Yeah, yes, it was.
It was absolutely a successful season 5. It was a lot of fun for sure. Season 5 may have been more for us than for our listeners.
Yeah, you know what? You should that perseverance.
Man,
that was a quality that was strong. Because every time you want to throw in the towel, that towel come right back at our face. Like it ain't time yet. It's not time yet.
Yeah.
Which brings us to kind of like the close of the season. We might pop up. We always sometimes we might feel the call and to get on the mic, especially around holiday season. Check in with y'all. But we'll be taking a little break to just. Again, there's still some ongoing things on a personal level that we each are experiencing. I don't want to say experiencing, but we have on our plate right now. So we don't know yet what season 6 looks like, but we'll definitely keep y'all in the loop when, and how that kind of progresses as time goes on.
Absolutely. The one thing I do know about the potential of season 6 is that there are still more stories to be told.
Absolutely.
And so that we do know. And there are some wonderful women that are waiting in the wings.
Oh, yes. Ooh, I just thought about what's on the docket. Yes, absolutely.
So that's what we do know. And so, like Yana said, we will be taking a break, but you never know. We may pop back up around the holiday season, give you a little jingle jangle, jingle jangle.
Oh, we get to watch that again.
I'm so excited to watch that again. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So while we're on the quick topic, before we wrap, just on movies, we were going to talk. We didn't get to play our little round. We usually we always like to play a little round, a game, a little fun.
Right.
So we'll make this quick with y'all, but I had a question because Terry, and she always like to throw out the questions and they're always food related. So I want to throw out a question this time. She's a movie buff of the family. And 2021 has been some things, but I will say we have gotten a lot of Black movies that came out from Netflix. I mean, not even just movies, but shows too. Netflix is, I don't know who the people behind the scenes in Netflix and who done shook some tables, but I thank you.
We thank you.
Because there have been not even just Black, it's been definitely a lot of Black content, but just people of color content in general.
Yeah, really diverse, really diverse content they've been pushing out.
Yeah, so keep shaking them tables.
I know that's right.
whoever you are, we thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And Hulu has done a few things.
Yeah.
Even Amazon Prime.
I was gonna say, I've seen they've been throwing out some stuff here and there. They've got their categories definitely going. So
just thinking about movies that have come out this year, just a quick recap, because I actually had forgot that all these films came out this year.
Yeah.
Well, let's start with Amazon because I can remember Amazon. So we had what's the one that Regina King? Was that last year or was it this year?
But
it was like the end of the year.
It may have been like the end of last year, but we'll count the end of last year into just the PC.
Yes.
Whatever. It was One Night in Miami.
Yes, One Night in Miami. Sophia.
Yes. Sylvie's Love.
Sylvie's Love
was
good. Oh my God, that was good too.
Those were like probably. Oh no, and then no, that was on Hulu. I was about to go over. So those for me, those were the two. I think, and they're probably. I
feel like there was one more, but I could be wrong. But those are definitely two that I definitely remember.
Oh, absolutely. Regina King did an amazing job directing One Night in Miami.
Yes, she did.
Sometimes I have a hard time with movies that are the entire movie setting is literally one day. Mm-hmm. But she did such a great job of like the moving pieces of that one night and telling that story of Malcolm X, Jim Brown, Muhammad Ali, and
Sam Cooke.
And Sam Cooke. Man, good grief.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch. I'm gonna have to do a whole new movie marathon and just
the
show. I mean, the movies that came out.
She just did a really great job, and all those guys played those roles really well. And I do not know the name of the guy who played Malcolm X, but man, I was sold.
Yes. All of them did a really
great
job.
They really did.
They played their parts.
They really did. So yeah, no, that was a great movie. And then Sylvie's Love, we talked about Sylvie's Love, and just, I mean,
it was, I think the biggest thing from that, it was just free of black pain.
Yes. No black trauma.
The story had,
there was trauma involved, but it wasn't on the basis of being black in America.
There it is. That part.
Yeah.
We can share our stories and still, and that not be the only narrative.
Right. And especially, I think it was interesting because it was a timepiece too. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And that wasn't, that was not the center or in the forefront of that story at all. So yeah, that was a great movie. That was a really great movie. Let's move over to Hulu.
What was Hulu? Was the Andra Day when she played
oh God,
Billie
Holiday. Yes. But
was that Hulu?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was Hulu.
That was a good one.
No, that was really good. I don't think had Andra Day ever done any acting before?
I don't think so.
Role?
She came out with a bang. She came out and she didn't leave nothing on the table.
She left not a nothing. An ant wasn't gonna find nothing on that plate. She killed that role. She really embodied Billie Holiday's story. She did an amazing job with that. I was triggered by a lot of stuff, and I don't know. That was a great that took me to some deep dark places.
Mm-hmm. The other film I was thinking about, I don't think it was on Hulu. I think it was just a film that came out. Mm-hmm. And it was the one with the Black Panther.
Oh, that was on Netflix.
That was Netflix?
Yeah, with Viola Davis.
With Viola Davis.
Ma Rainey's Big Bottom?
No, I wasn't talking about that one, but I forgot about that one. No, the one about the guy that led the Black Panther movement.
With Daniel Kaluuya playing Fred Hampton.
Yeah.
The Black Messiah. Black Messiah.
Yeah, Judas and the Black Messiah.
Judas and the Black Messiah. That was actually, I think that movie was just like, hey, did it come on one of those streaming services? Or was it in theaters?
I don't know, but we watched it.
That was a good movie.
It was.
That was a good movie.
It was a great movie.
Man, Dominic Fish. Is it Fish? Dominic Fish or Dominic Fisher? I don't want to say her last name wrong. But definitely gonna keep my eye on her. Definitely gonna keep my eye on her. She has a face where she can play which I feel like a lot of Black actors and actresses a lot of times can play roles. Well, not a lot, but there are a few that can play roles where they can play really, really young or, play characters around their age. She has the type of face that looks like she can play like really, really young roles, but I want to say she's in her 30s, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, her playing the role of
his wife.
Yes.
His wife. Yes.
Yes. Was she did an amazing job, but then Kaluuya killed that Keith Stan. Y'all know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know.
Lakeith Stanley.
Stanfield. What is his name?
What is Lakeith's last name? Y'all know. Y'all know
who we're talking about.
The FBI informant. Judas.
Yes.
He did an amazing job.
Yeah, so much that he said that he actually had to have like therapy after that because he took him to a dark place.
Which I can definitely see why. I could see because didn't that guy that he played, I can't remember his name, but in real life he ended up committing suicide or something. I want to say he did. From all that that guilt that he carried.
Yeah.
But no, that was a great movie. I forgot about that.
And then we had, of course, we're now on Netflix, Malcolm and Marie.
Malcolm and Marie. Now let me say this, and I was thinking about this the other day. I love Zendaya as an actress, and watching her her transition from a child actor into these really taking on these really heavy, serious roles. I think she's an amazing actress. I was just thinking the other day, just kind of around, I was like, is she like this generation's Halle Berry? And not from the standpoint of like looks, but I think that kind of helps the parallel. But like, is she this generation's Halle Berry?
Interesting.
Just because, Halle had her when she was like in her prime, like she was pumping out movies like crazy, and she would play a lot of different versatile roles, and she wasn't afraid to take those roles that, you know what I'm saying, that changing her appearance or going into these really deep, dark places. And I feel like Zendaya has done that quite a bit in a lot of roles that she's taken here lately. I don't know, it's just something that kind of ran across my mind. But her role in Malcolm and Marie, I loved her in that movie.
That movie was on so many highs and lows. Ooh. I didn't.
Dang it, Malcolm, just say thank you. And
I was like, the argument is over.
Jesus,
no, it ain't.
It's not over. He kept
both of them.
I was like, somebody shut up. Be quiet.
And then when it ended, you know how they ended?
At the end,
like, okay, there gotta be more. Is there a part 2?
Something, because they wasn't done. Y'all need to resolve this situation. John David Washington, God bless Paul F. Jr. I want to like John David Washington. I want to like him. I want to like him for obvious reasons.
You don't like Pauletta and this?
I'm not saying that I don't like him, and I'm not saying I don't like him.
Yeah, don't be all in her.
Please don't come for me. What I'm saying, because I respect how he when he first started getting acting roles or he was auditioning, he never told people that Denzel Washington was his father. He made it a point to never say who his father was. I think if I read correctly, he was telling people like he didn't know who his father was or something like that. But yeah, he purposely did that so he wouldn't obviously get roles off the back of his
do it
father.
the legit way.
He wanted to do it the legit way, absolutely. And so I respect that 100%. And he's gotten a lot of great roles in a lot of great movies. I am still trying to fill him out. If that's so, I'm not going to say I don't like him. He's just not. I'm still trying to fill him out with some of the roles he's taking, because I almost feel like he's playing kind of like the
same kind of role.
Same kind of role or persona that he's giving off in these roles. I'm not an actress, by the way. So these are just my personal opinions. I just happen to really enjoy movies. And I did have a stint in theater growing up. In my mind, I'm still an actress at some point. But anyway, so that's just my take on him. But that's not to say like, you know, he won't grow on me. Because anytime I'm not even gonna lie, anytime I see there's a movie that he's in, like besides Malcolm and Marie, he starred in Tenet, which was like supposed to be like a really big holiday blockbuster, and that was a great movie. I think a lot of people got confused by it, but it was a great movie. And then there's another movie that just recently came out on Netflix that he was
Beckett.
Is that what the name of it was?
It's on Netflix. Beckett.
Beckett, yes, Beckett.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I was like naked. I don't remember that. But I've thoroughly enjoyed all of those movies and the plots and the storyline and all that. I just think I'm still waiting for him to, I guess, grow on me. And it could be also that because we know who his dad is, and his dad is like upper echelon, like he's the creme de la creme, and so. I try not to compare him. Maybe some of that is oozing out of me. Comparing him to his dad subconsciously. But I'm rooting for him. That's for sure.
There's a lot that's still coming out. And there's a couple, I'll just give like a couple more because there's a lot. Sure. I realized there was a lot of movies that really did come out. One that was a little cute movie that I watched with the girls was Fatherhood on Netflix with Kevin Hart.
Yes, a movie that was not taught. I agree. It was an amazing movie.
Yes, that was I was like, that's a little nice, little cute movie.
I was crying. Yes. That was a really cute movie. Yeah, great movie.
And then did we have Jamie Foxx, the Soul, the Pixar?
Yes. That was a great movie.
Yes,
that was such a great movie. What else? I feel
now there was the Christina Milian movie on Netflix.
Christina, I just
it's one of those like if you just need a little like it's like a
you're not having a
comedy.
Yeah, just you don't want to have to think or
you just want to
some light,
lessen the load on your day. Just
go for it. Support.
You ain't looking for like top cinema, like
no
plot, scene, and actors.
Concur.
No disrespect to Christina, but
no.
If you know, you know. It was a little cheesy. I'm just gonna say it. But
no, it was extremely cheesy. Speaking of disrespect, have you seen Retha?
You said speaking of disrespect. You said disrespect.
Because you said disrespect, but I was
the respect. I keep forgetting that the name of the movie is Respect first.
That's why I said Retha.
No. Gotcha. As far as we concerned, the movie's called Retha. I have not watched Retha yet.
I haven't either.
So yeah, that is on the list to watch. And then there's another. It was like some kind of like. I'm trying to think what that director's name because his kind of style of film, it gives me those type of vibes. I can't think of it, but it's like a group of black cowboys, and one of them
Concrete Cowboys.
Is that what it's called? Concrete Cowboys?
That was on Netflix with Idris Elba.
Yeah, is that it? Because it was because it wasn't Regina King or somebody in that film.
Oh, no. That movie hasn't come out yet, but I forgot Concrete Cowboys on Netflix with starring Idris Elba talking about the black cowboys that lived in the city up in I don't know, somewhere up the Midwest. Such a good movie because it's based on a true story.
Oh, really?
Or based.
I do have it on my watch list.
That's a great movie because actually I think some of the cowboys in the movie are actual members of like real concrete cowboy. That's a great movie.
Okay.
Great
I heard
movie.
it here first. or maybe not. But you heard it here.
You heard
that
it.
Concrete Cowboy is a great movie on Netflix.
Check that out. But I forgot about that movie that's coming out with Regina.
It gives me Quentin Tarantino vibe. That's what I couldn't think of. I was like, that kind of
very Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, yes. So I can't remember the name of it, but I wonder, is Regina?
She's in it. She's in it. Idris Elba's in it.
Because it's like she's the only female, and the rest of them are all male. Yeah, they just going.
Everybody and their mama's in that movie. I am definitely looking forward to that. Yeah. Give me Black Western all day long. Yes. Please. Yes. Throw us on some horses. Let's shoot them up. There was one more movie. Okay, I haven't seen this. I ain't gonna lie, I do want to see this, and I want to see it for two reasons. Not for the sake of having to watch this movie, because our generation, we don't play with this one. But I do want to see Candyman. I want to see the remake of Candyman. I didn't really hear reviews per se on it, but I did hear that because there's a Black woman that directed it, Nia DaCosta.
Yeah.
And she had like one of the highest grossing opening weekends. Yes. I don't know if it was of the year or for a Black female director. Either way, like she made bank. That movie made bank that opening weekend. Like I said, I haven't heard reviews on how people necessarily felt about it, but I want to say I've probably seen other works by her, maybe videos or something like that. But I've definitely heard her name, and I've heard she's an amazing director and has a great eye. So I do want to see that, and probably go back and watch the other one just to compare the two of how, because I know she did put like a different, obviously not a twist, but a spin on it as far as kind of sharing how they shared the backstory and stuff like that.
No, I'm not gonna hold you. It's been a good year for movies. This could have been a whole episode itself, just talking about just Black content from the entertainment space this year. Because even just shows, which we won't go into, but there's been a lot of like shows that have come out too, and that's just the Issa Rae. I'm looking forward to. I'm not looking forward to the end, but I'm looking forward to. Is this the 5th season too? Is
it the 5th or the 6th season? It's the 5th season. I think it's her 5th season.
Something about that season 5.
Something about that season 5. Some transitions. No, you're right. I'm definitely looking forward, because we need to wrap this thing up. What's going on with the people?
Condola. That's what everybody want to know.
That's exactly her. We need to eliminate her from the picture. Sorry to this woman. But Condola, we don't like you. Issa needs her happily ever after.
It ain't that we just don't like. Do we not just not like?
I'm not even gonna say we don't like her.
In the picture,
we don't like how she. Because I was like, when what's the name was dating her, it was like, okay, whatever, like it's fine. But then it was like, then you just show up. Issa, life is coming together,
and you trying to run around. You drop this bomb, a baby. We shall see. Ooh, let's go ahead and wrap this up. We've been babbling.
Man.
We've been babbling. We said we weren't gonna hold y'all long, but y'all know we don't never tell the truth when it comes to that. But
y'all know we Black. We know we're not gonna be quick. This is us being quick, okay?
But no, thank you guys for 5 amazing seasons so far.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see how the journey progresses. Y'all will hear from us soon.
Yes.
Follow the women that we've shared from all 5 seasons and beyond.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Stay connected with us on social media.
Run those episodes back. Run season 5 back. Share with your mama, your grandmama, your brothers, your friends. Everybody. Run that
it's
thing
a little something for everybody.
It really, really is. It really is. To our day ones, thank y'all so much. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. For the people who are just now finding out about us, welcome. And we hope y'all stay along for the journey. And we just thank you once again to all of our wonderful guests from season 5 and seasons 1 through 4. We so grateful for y'all for allowing us to share your stories and being a part of our platform and our story. And
thank y'all for rocking with us through the transitions. We don't went from recording in the same room to recording and digitally through COVID.
Man.
To now recording digitally through COVID, but in different states.
In different time zones.
And time zones. So, yes. Who knows what the next transition may be.
I'm telling you. But we are grateful. And, man, yeah. So, I don't know what else to say.
Until next time, we on the mic.
Melanate on that.
Thank you for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed our chat today. Keep the conversation going by heading to iTunes to subscribe, rate, and leaving us a review.
Have a story of your own to share? Email us at info@melanatedconversations.com or connect with us on social media at Melanated Conversations. Till next time, keep raising your voice.